What's up, guys? Me, Max. Today, I'm going to be telling 2-in-1 stories. Yeah, today is going to be a special episode because instead of doing one story per episode, gonna be for this video is gonna be 2 stories. So like 2-in-1 episodes. Like for example, I tell 2 stories in just this episode, and normally it's just 1 story per episode, but now it's 2 on this episode. By the way, we're on episode 15, and I'm going to be telling about my school first. I'm going to tell you my second story. So let's start. So, you may not know this, but I recently am going to a new school. Like, I just tried out today. And supposedly I came to school like super early, like at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that came super early.
Hello?
So I came into school super early, and there was a cafeteria food, but my mom decided for me to have some food in my lunchbox in case I didn't want to eat it. And then then we were driving. I actually had chicken nuggets with cheese in it as my breakfast menu. Don't get jealous of me. And supposedly then we went to school. It was actually pretty big. It was like for all grades. And then what happened is then when I went to my class, we first had to fill out the paper of maths. I had to put in my name and surname, and then when I did do that, then we had to answer maths test first, and they did stuff like we also did English, like they did conjunctions, short division, long division, and also some other boring stuff I don't want to tell you about because it's not entertaining. And then when I had my first break, I decided to just eat my food. Wow, yeah, I ate my food inside, and if you're wondering, my food was cucumbers, but I had meat on a stick, which in my country is called chicken kebabs. You can do some research on it if you want. But I'm just telling you right now, it was super good. It was actually pretty juicy. Sorry if I'm tempting you. To just do that. Tempting is making you hungry. Sorry if I'm doing that, but it's for the video, guys. It's for the video. And then supposedly when I went outside, I didn't really go outside most of the break. I stayed inside, but then what happened is then we had drama. So supposedly drama is just some boring ass things you do, but except that we were like dancing. I know you guys might be thinking, but Max has dance class. Yeah, I know, but for some reason, that was it for drama. We did dancing, but we also played some games. Like, for example, we played a game where you just have to go in a circle, and then you basically shoot. You basically shoot someone, like for example, you're in the middle, and then the two people in next to the middle one have to duck, but then the person that was selected, then they had to say splat to point the gun at it, kind of like paintball, I know, and then they had to shoot the next person with like the paint, like with 10 paint. And supposedly I got out, and I just emoted when I got out, like, you know, the kind of thing that Ice Speed does, like when he put his hands up in the air and crouches. Yeah, that's what I did. But yeah. Anyway, then we played another game. Well, I kept playing that game, but then we originally going to do musical statues, but then most of us decided to actually play Ghost in the Graveyard, and not the Gorilla Tag type Ghost in the Graveyard game. No, supposedly one person will be Ghost, and the rest just lies down on the floor, and then supposedly you have to lie down, and if the ghost makes one of them laugh, then they become a ghost too and join the ghost army. And supposedly most kids are lie down. I didn't really hear any of that for some reason, but they got out. Or maybe I was probably just zoned out at the time. But anyway, then some kids just got a little weird. Like, for example, one of them was screaming, "Helicopter, helicopter." I mean, I wouldn't lie. I mean, if I heard someone do that too, I probably would have laughed. Maybe 50-50 chance, but that didn't work. And one of them even put a sock on my face 2 times. And it wasn't a dirty sock, it didn't smell or anything, but it was really disgusting. And then supposedly, one time, well, yeah, then supposedly a little bit later, everyone crowded around me trying to, yes, then everyone crowded around me, trying to make me laugh. I didn't want to them said, "Look at my face." At that point, I did look at their face, but smiling in the game does count. Yeah, smiling does count. But if you laugh, even if a little crack, even if a little giggle, yeah, supposedly you're out. And guess what? I had no practice playing the game, but surprisingly, I won. And I didn't get any prize or anything, but still. And then after drama, we did more work, and then we had break again. This time you get to go up to the cafeteria food. Like, yeah, you get to go up to the cafeteria food. I think one of them was a mac and cheese. But I didn't eat it because I don't like mac, and I really hate cheese. No, I'm joking. I don't hate it, but I don't like grates of cheese. Like, you know, those shredded type of cheeses. But the only cheese I really like is probably some ones that I'm used to, like McDonald's McDonald's is cheese. Like, for example, cheese on a Big Mac, cheese on a cheeseburger, you know, cheese on a double quarter pound. Well, actually, cheese on a quarter pounder. You know, yeah, that's the type of cheese I like. I don't like grates of cheese or shredded cheese. But yeah, it's pretty much it. And for some reason, at second break, I was just sitting with the other people. I decided to go to hoop because go to the goalpost because, well, not the goalpost, I say, inside the goal because you get to sit somewhere. But I almost got hit by the foot. I might be wondering, Max, why were you so scared of that? I mean, true, because one of them almost got broken in the face because the ball went so close to his head. And yeah, I was like, "Hey, bro, what did you do? Bro, why do you do that?" It's like that. I can't really imitate it, but yeah, pretty much. But it was like that. And then supposedly when the break did end, then my dad picked me up, and my first day was great. I'll give it like a 9.2. I actually really liked the school. It's big, but unfortunately I didn't see my friend. But yeah, still it was a really fun experience. I might go back again. It's really fun. Now I'm gonna talk about a second story I have. But this one, I haven't really planned what my second story might be. I have an idea. I'm probably gonna share more school experiences. Maybe like for the second one, probably some other incidents I've had in school. But I'm not sure. I haven't really like I do all scripts, off script stories now. So I don't really know what my second one is going to be. But I might probably just do another school experience. What about? Gosh, I'm trying to like think of a story that's entertaining for you guys and also for other people. You know, I'm gonna cut until I think of one. Okay, guys, I think I actually got one. I think I am going to be doing my first day of being in a in a normal school again. Like for those who don't know, I was in like a online school before, but before that, I went to this school that was honestly fine, and I just want to talk about the first time I was there. But I didn't realize that this would probably be the worst school I've ever been to, because and of course, guys, I'm not gonna leak the name because I don't trust you guys. But yeah. Anyway, let's start. So it's my first day there, and I actually thought maybe I would go there, but then what happens is then when I get there, then we had break. You know, like at the start of the school, so we did have a kind of a break. But yeah, then what happens is then when I first went into the school, I had no idea what to do really. Well, I mean there were kids playing, so I guess maybe I'll tell them what they're playing. And they're playing a game called that was created by someone called Skate Game. Basically, the rules of it is so one person will get selected if their fingers are on 21 fingers, and then what happens is then when there is, then they scream out that the game began. And mainly when I got more used to school, I used to say that. But anyway, talking about the start. So I don't know how, but somehow I was it, and then I said that the game began, and then I just had thought to probably tag one person, and eventually when I did tag one, then it all went downhill from there because then everyone that was playing, like the whole school was running away from me and then touched the gate. So yeah, basically you have to like touch the gate, and if the tagger tags you, then you're out. But if you reach the gate, you're safe. And then almost the whole school touched the gate, and I was completely broken. So I decided to cry like a baby and go into the corner of the school. And then when some girls called me, I was like, I just cannot tag anyone. And then they tried to comfort me, saying, yeah, we like when I first went there too, I didn't really know how to play, but I don't think that really helped me. But then when the class did actually start, it just made it it got a whole lot worse. Because then when I'm around the main class, I'm in Afrikaans, okay? It's actually a language for in my country. Yeah, you can do some research about Afrikaans if you want, but then what happens is I had a teacher, which again I'm not going to say the name of because I don't trust you guys. But then that teacher was honestly super mean. No offense if you're watching this, but yeah, she would actually make me cry most of the time I went to the school. And then what happens is then when they noticed that I was crying a lot because of that teacher, because she was being super mean, my parents decided to complain to the school, saying she's not teaching really well and even making myself cry. So then supposedly yeah, I don't know if she got kicked out or not, but yeah, she was probably the meanest teacher I've probably ever met. But then at the end here, she was more nicer. So I guess it kind of worked. Oh, what the heck? Guess it kind of worked. But yeah, that's it for today's video. This is actually longer than my second episode. How crazy, with the fact that it's 2 stories. But anyway, bye guys.